Hi, I'm Beverly from basketbasicsblog.com. Today we're going to be weaving a key keeper basket. I like this basket because it gives me a place to hang my keys and a place for outgoing mail right next to the door as I leave the house. Another reason why I like this basket is it's perfect for beginners. It's a very simple basket to weave. So let's get started. And these are some of the things you're going to need to be able to weave this basket. This is the pattern for the key keeper basket. If you'd like, you can go out to the website now at basketbasicsblog.com and download this pattern so you can follow along with us. In the meantime, we're going to go over a list of the items that you'll need to be able to weave this. First, you'll need 3/8 inch flat reed. This is for your spokes. Next, you'll need 3/16 flat oval reed. These are for your weavers. This is 3/8 flat oval reed. This will be used for your rim. Here we've got 1/4 inch flat reed. That'll be for your rim row. This is a small diameter seagrass for your rim filler. And finally, 11/64 flat oval for your lasher. To get started, first thing we're going to look at is the handle. This is a 6 by 10 inch D size handle that you can get from North Carolina Basket Works. It has 3 cup hooks on the end of it. Okay, we need to prepare our handle for weaving. First step is to remove the cup hooks that are on the handle and set those aside. Next, feel your handle to see if it's smooth. If it's rough, take a piece of fine sandpaper or a sanding egg and just sand down the exterior and the inside of your handle to make sure it smooths out. Once I've done that, I like to take mineral oil and wipe it onto my handle because it actually brings out the grain in the handle and makes it look nicer. Once we have wiped it down, set it aside for about 30 minutes to let it dry. Set that aside, and now we'll get a 3/8 inch flat piece of reed. What we're going to do with this is we're going to cut 7 pieces, 16 inches each for our spokes. Reed has a smooth side and it has a rough side. The best way to try to figure out the difference is to slide it through your thumb and your forefinger, and you can usually tell the difference between the two. I try to do this when it's dry because of the fact that it seems to be clearer. If you have a hard time telling the difference, which a lot of times you do, get the reed wet and then bend it over your finger, and if you see little hairs popping up on it, that's going to tell you that it's the rough side. Because if you take and bend it over the other direction, it's your smooth side, you see you don't have those little hairs. So that's what's going to give you the difference between the smooth side and the rough side. You're always going to want to put the good side of your reed to the outside of the basket. Now that you've been able to determine the smooth side from the rough side of the reed, take your 7 pieces of reed that you cut earlier, and we're going to take and mark the center of each one of those. Pick up each piece, and I want you to take and bring together the ends with the rough side together. Hold those tight, put the end of it onto the table, take a pencil and mark the center. Do that for each one of the pieces of reed, and then place it in the water for no more than about 30 seconds. All we need to have it is just damp. Now we're going to begin putting our stakes into the basket. Remove your stakes from the water and lay them in front. Each stake, I want you to have the rough side up, which is where you got your mark. We're going to take, there's a little slot right here on your basket handle, and I want you to slip it right inside of there up until you can't see the mark. That should center it. Then you're going to take the stake, bend it up to where the ends meet, and you're going to clip them with a clothespin. Now down here, the way it's curved, you want to square those corners out. So we're going to take and square it up by bending up this one, bending up this one, readjust the clip if you need to, and you now have it squared up. Let's do one more. Again, where the mark is, this is the rough side. We're going to slide it into the slot, bring it over till the mark disappears, bring it up to where the ends meet evenly, clothespin. Now we're going to take and we're going to square off the corners so they're nice and straight. Do that for all 7 of your stakes to where they are spread out evenly across your handle. Now that you've gotten all 7 pieces inserted and in place ready to weave, the next video we'll be going over exactly how to weave the sides of the basket. So go to video step number 2 for the key keeper, and we'll pick up from there.